Apparently, many celebrities are refusing to take part in the Trump inauguration. And Bill O'Reilly claims that this so-called Hollywood bullying is what's keeping people away. Take a look.
Truth is that there is reverse McCarthyism going on in the entertainment industry. Remember that in the 1950s, Wisconsin Senator Joseph McCarthy started accusing people in Hollywood of being communists. That led to a blacklist where people were not hired because McCarthy smeared them. Today, it seems anti-Trump zealots may be doing the same thing. If you're a Trump supporter, you're a bad person. And a number of entertainers believe their careers will be harmed should they associate with the new Trump administration.
I wonder what
so here's what I'm gonna say about that. If you don't go for people who don't support you, you probably won't get turned down as much. Now, I know that one of the people that supported Donald Trump was Ted Nugent. So why isn't Ted Nugent performing? He's one of your big supporters. Could it be that when you say things like, we don't need Beyonce to come out for us, we got the people? That's what you said, Donald. You said you had the people. You didn't care about the other folks. So stop going after the lefties to come perform. But if you think it's going to be an issue, go after the people that supported you.
Yeah, the problem is most in the entertainment business do lean left. I remember,
but that's not the point. The point is, if you want people to support you, go after your supporters. Don't go after the people who clearly did not support you and then label them as being bad.
The real sin of this conversation is to compare what's going on to McCarthyism.
Well, that's the other
People can Google McCarthyism if you want, and there are movies. I would suggest The Front with Woody Allen. You'll see it's a very entertaining movie about the subject. People's lives were destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone's going to commit suicide because Garth Brooks doesn't want to strum on his guitar. I mean, people committed suicide. And by the way, he neglected to say that McCarthyism was directed to the left.
To liberals.
So that it's to liberals.
Yeah.
This is not the same thing.
No.
Nobody's life is being threatened because they don't want
their livelihood.
And not to mention that McCarthy,
you know, who
there's a group in Hollywood called the Friends of Abe. It's a group of conservatives that they have a 501c3. For many years, they've gotten together. They come together, they have meetings, they're conservatives, and they actively vocalize that they feel that if they were to come out in support of not necessarily Trump, but conservative principles, or be a public advocate for conservatism, that their jobs would be in jeopardy. I can't tell you how many people.
But can you name anybody?
No,
are they not
because they're terrified.
But I'm sorry, no, you can't make those kind of.
I have had celebrities come to me when I worked at Fox News and whisper and say, "I love your work on Fox News. Shh, don't tell anyone."
Listen,
terrified
because they like you. No, people, listen. Elizabeth Hasselbeck sat on this show for 1,000 years. She stood behind everything she said. She took so much crap from people, but she stood strong and she stood up. Nicole Wallace did the same thing.
True.
This is BS.
But these are actors.
These are BS.
But these are actors.
Listen,
it's different.
There are so many conservative. Okay, so what's the guy that did Frasier?
Oh, not that.
What's the
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer has been a conservative forever. He doesn't stop working.
Scott Baio.
Scott Baio. Well, I don't know about Scott, but there are a number of conservative actors who have been out and who are clearly out and have always been out, and they work when they work. But the idea that people are saying, "Oh no, if we do this," it doesn't make any sense to me. Like this argument.
I hear what you're saying. I think there are people that can do that, but if you watch, even if you watch award shows sometimes, when the political ideology is injected, it always tilts left. I can see how
that's not
for a 20-something.
But that's not the point, baby. What he is saying is that people are afraid to come out and say,
there are people
and I'm
who are
telling
younger,
you,
who are new to the business.
Well, but that's a different, to me, that's a very different thing. When you're talking about people coming to do the inauguration, which is what he's talking about, and when you say it's like McCarthyism, I have to yell BS.
Yeah, I don't think it's like McCarthyism.
It's not like
Bill O'Reilly. Maybe
that's Bill.
Well, maybe he could do it. Go on to the inauguration.
Yeah, go to the inauguration, Bill.
He could do a dramatic reading from Killing Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on, Bill.
There are enough performers. Now,
Oh, that's
again,
entertainment, honey.
He's assuming. I think Bill O'Reilly is assuming that there are people that are conservative that have been asked to perform and they've refused
He's
to
making a
perform.
lot of assumptions.
That's
I'm
right.
not-
That's a
which is
huge
why I'm
assumption.
saying
I'm not-
Ted Nugent is
Right.
waiting to be asked.
I'm not agreeing with him. I'm not comparing it to McCarthyism. All I'm
What would
talking
he
about
do?
is that there
He's-
is
Ted
bullying.
Nugent is a
There is
musician.
sentiment
Oh, he
of
is?
that on
Yeah.
the right. There are people
but
on the right that
the right
this
always
feeling
says,
exists.
oh, you know, there's always a problem.
but
There's
it
so many
doesn't
lefties. It's like, it's not. The thing about Hollywood and having
Hollywood.
lived there, I've met people in the middle, on the sides, up and down, and everyone is there. And you have these conversations. But you know what? The biggest problem is if you're not up for that specific job, you're not going to get it.
But you don't think that if an avid Trump supporter were in the entertainment business and came out and were vocal about it,
Well,
you don't feel that that would in some way
what about
affect
standing
his
up for
ability
your
to get
beliefs then?
jobs?
What about your
I
standing up for your
support it.
beliefs?
I support it.
What about that?